Here's our Flames reporter, Salim Valji. Salim, we've waited for this Jacob Markstrom trade for months, and now it finally happens. Why did the Flames have to move on from their star goalie?
There are a few reasons, Glenn. First of all, they've got 23-year-old Dustin Wolf waiting in the wings for his opportunity to prove that as a late-round pick, he can become an established NHL player. And the reality, Glenn, is that Jacob Markstrom is 34 years old. He's making $6 million. And that doesn't really fit with where the Calgary Flames are at competitive-wise. You can call it a rebuild, a retool, a reset, whatever you want to use. But the truth is a $6 million goalie doesn't really fit that mold. And the Flames do want to get younger. And in this trade, Glenn, they get draft capital, they get younger, they open a roster spot, and maybe more intriguingly, they open sort of a new voice in the leadership of the Calgary Flames. This is a big trade because Markstrom was such a critical piece on and off the ice. And because of this deal now, they've got more draft picks, they can use more cap space in free agency, and there's room for other people to emerge on this roster, including Dustin Wolf. So we'll see what happens.
In the short term, where do you think the Flames go from here? Can they trade their number one goalie and still aim for the playoffs next season?
I think we're about to find out, Glenn, and it's fascinating because they've got $23 million of cap space. And I think it's really intriguing how they're going to use that. And they've talked a little bit in the past about dealing some of their draft capital for a younger player that might not be getting an opportunity on their club right now. Think of the Alex Newhook trade from Colorado to Montreal a while back. And I think that's a similar type of move that the Calgary Flames could make. And they might even be able to weaponize that $23 million in cap space, perhaps getting further draft picks from teams looking to offload bad contracts. So the Flames, they don't want to go into the full tank mode. They've got a decent enough roster, but because of this Markstrom trade now, they can do some really interesting things. And as a result, I think they are one of the teams that we'll have to watch because they've got so much draft capital and because they might be a power broker of sorts over the coming weeks as teams prepare for free agency.
Well, the Flames finished last season 81 points. That was 17 back of a playoff spot. They've only appeared in the postseason once in the last 4 years.